Eat some chicken. Right, no one's picking up. Where we going?
No, we don't know if we're on. Are we on?
3, 2, 1. And Wiley! No Wiley.
Wiley's forgotten what to do because he hasn't been there for a while. But what I would suggest, if we're live or not, is we are live.
Yeah, we do the range.
I think everyone should, as they've got the time, start to share the live. And when I say share the live, I don't mean to like the first 5 people. Like when I share it to about 30 people minimum. All of us have got more than 500 people following us. So I think we should share the live to numerous people. I'm sure the folds and all of that stuff can just send it to everybody one time. I'll be relying on you to do it. But while we are going through
and the
machine's acting like a Tongo. Sorry.
Don't do that.
Well, we have to because that's what happens.
It's already you love calling my name every
we do.
Of the last, let's say 10, 15 years. But if you look at Glory, if you look at Philadelphia, they're different sorts of films. And how he acted those parts are different. I wouldn't say that it's the same as like a, what's the police one he was in?
Training Day.
Training Day or whatever. So
it was more of a gangster in that one, isn't it?
Or the other one, I forget what it was now. American
Gangster.
So my point is, I think that his range has been it's been more narrowed over time. But his initial range of what he was doing, yeah, man. I don't know if he's the GOAT. I don't know if I'd have him as the best ever. But I think he's in the conversation of the best ever.
You know the thing about Denzel's range, is that a fallacy though? Because if you think about films like Taking Off Pelham 1, 2, 3, and then the one where he flies the plane upside down.
Yes.
That wasn't Training Day kind of shit. That was...
There's a drunk in that one. It was good.
Yeah, it was decent. It was decent. Yeah. But again, when you're thinking about
range,
DiCaprio's range, for me,
that's mad. Crazy. No, because he's big. He also, which you didn't actually know, he's actually got caught sniffing cocaine now.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So that's also
allegedly.
On the... No,
he's sniffing white powder.
White powder.
Allegedly.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Again, you can't... everything's allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Cover ourselves.
Yeah, so everything's allegedly.
Tell them why.
So it's like, I see all the wrongs that he's doing. As a referee, he refereed us... only the before this came out, he just refereed us,
right.
And it came out, and it's like there was a Salah was through on goal. We luckily scored from it. Bailey pulled us down. He said no penalty. When it even got onto Sky, it was like, oh yeah, why did he say no penalty? It was a blatant no penalty, no red card, no free kick, nothing. And it was like you can see there's certain instances throughout the timeline where you've gone against Liverpool Football Club.
Isn't that good refereeing because he played the advantage and you scored?
No. He didn't play the advantage.
He actually said no.
He said no foul.
He actually said no foul.
Right.
And there was other instances. There's loads of them.
All right, I'm gonna move on because we're gonna elaborate on it. What do you think? Should he be sacked?
Yes. Only circle that will be against us, but acting like they're for us. So it's gonna be mixing up all of it all together. But on the simple basis of it, though, what do you all understand to be a frenemy? I'm looking at Citrus. I'm starting with Citrus.
Wow. Frenemy is, in my opinion, a frenemy is a person who you class as someone in your inner circle. However, at any opportunity, they will happily stab you in the back.
Okay. Buddy?
Yeah, I mean, I'd go pretty... I think Citrus kind of said it all, and I'm trying to think of any other definitions I can give of it, but it is definitely someone that you class as a friend, but then, like I said,
A frenemy, and how do you deal with a frenemy if you've encountered
Make sure you keep a space between you and them when you're sitting on the sofa. That's my initial strategy. Not you. That's my first.
That's your first point.
Just one whole.
Do you know the funniest thing is? And now it's too late. Now you open the can. All right. So the funniest thing is sometimes the people you believe are your friends are actually more your frenemies. And this is where I suppose the podcast kicks in. All right. I was letting you have your time, but I feel like sometimes, right, you feel this person, these people are actually your friends, and maybe they don't have your best interest at heart. And that's something that where I know everybody will feel to themselves, this person's my friend, this is my ride or die. And are they necessarily your ride or die? Because there are certain things that they envy and are sitting there bitching, all right, about you in the background. And you don't actually know.
That's the way I see it. Not like I couldn't tell the rest, but yeah, this is Rain's area. Rain. I need to talk. I'm driving. I can't talk. Pull over. I need to talk to you right now. Well, right now. Rain was like, you know what? 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes, my phone will ring. Do you know what I mean?
It'll be somebody else. But that's not the point.
Tongo's like, yo, I heard you want to talk to Rain. What's going on? but I think it's definitely, as I've got older, I've realised it's horses for courses. And very controversially, but I'm going to be honest with it, as life has unfolded, my friends are not all available to me the levels I need them available to me when I need that availability. So I'm going to say it again because I kind of fumbled it.
I know there's going to be bare men around us.
Right. Or if I'm going to have I want to go and have a civilized meal, I'm not bringing them two out.
Yeah,
because they only have one job. And no matter where they are, they're going to perform to that level.
And they're going to argue. They're going to argue the waiter.
Yeah, all
What do you
that.
mean service charge? What do you mean service
They're going
charge?
to moan about the service charge.
Yeah.
They're going to complain about the food, even though the food.
And this is not just female or whatever. I'm just saying in
general,
friend groups. So the point I'm making, Wiley, is that within my friends, I know that there are, and I think this is what Buddy meant. Certain of them have relevant experiences, which I would lean towards if I was faced with a certain situation. Hence the clamp, hence the clap, hence whatever it is, you would lean towards a certain man, like in
landed yet.
Oh, right.
Go on.
No, I need to know.
That's the most dismissive statement I've heard. That's the most dismissive statement I've heard.
No, I've heard everything he said, but the reason why I've asked that, is because, as I said, I was starting to say, I don't really talk my business. Don't like to talk my business. Yeah. The reason why I don't like to talk my business, because for the majority part, when I've spoken to people about my business or to get help from, I feel like they don't provide the help that I need. A, I feel two, they throw whatever the thing is in my face and start to ask me about what have I done to make this happen? What did you do? Blah, blah, blah. What's the point of talking to you then? If you're meant to be my good friend and not supposed to have no judgment, and the first thing you're saying to me is, what did you do? I might as well just deal with it on my own. So since this has happened,
we went to a wedding in Barbados and we had to do a lot of rectifying of a certain situation that happened at the day. Now, I wasn't an usher or a best man, and I don't believe you was or Relly was, if I'm correct. Was you?
Yeah.
You was? Was Relly? No, he wasn't.
Wasn't the one that I was there?
No, you weren't there.
Make a point.
But anyway, all right. And there was, like, we had to sort out everything. I mean, like, S went down. Shit went down. All right.
Where was the best man?
And there was our problem. Because it was like, no, this isn't, I'm here as a guest. But I said to myself, he's my brethren. So I said, time to step up, innit? He's sorting out whatever he's sorting out. I'm sorting out whatever I'm sorting out. Relly's sorting out whatever he's sorting out. Relly's doing his dirt. I'm like, right, we got to kind of step up for our boy. So we stepped up for him. Now I sat there and thought, and one of the arguments at the time was, are they
out? And I mean everyone. Do you know what I mean? Because money's now no object. Do you know what I mean? Whatever you're suffering with, whatever's causing your pain, I'm going to go and fly the doctor from Cuba, from India, from Puerto Rico, from Malaysia. I'm going to turn around and say, look, let's get them here. Do you know what I mean? If we've only got 10 grand left, let's get them here for half an hour and say, look, see what's going on. And if they say, do you know what, we're just going to have to manage this, it's going to be long, it's going to be slow, it's going to be painful, and he says, I want to go, then my job now is euthanasia.
Right.
How are we dealing with that? Do you know what I mean? Have we okayed it with the family? Do you know what I mean? What does it look like? And I'm being honest, because if I was in that situation, that's what I'd be looking at. I've visited friends in hospital and family in hospital that are lying there in pain and don't have the ability to communicate. So all that's happening is the nurse or the doctor's coming over, administering pain relief. Do you know what I mean? What's it called? What's the strong one called?
Morphine.
The thing is, do you know when you hear of people who are suffering, and there might be a breakthrough medication coming through. Do you want to go on a trial? And they're like, listen, I've tried everything.
Yeah.
Nothing's worked. Every day I'm in pain. Every day I really don't want to be here. It's either you help me do it, or I'm going to go and jump off the roof and do it myself. So I want that. I don't want the responsibility of turning around and saying in my friend's final hour, I couldn't. And we have to be very careful with it. Do you know what I mean, with euthanasia? Because how do I know Buddy's just not going crazy? And actually, in 2 weeks' time,
Bless.
it could be fine.
Not even that. As you're doing the euthanasia, I've changed my gone.
To be fair,
extreme.
while he's talking, there'll be none of that. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not carrying that around. But the flip side to that, which is interesting, is if you was to ask a woman this question, would she say the same thing?
What's that?
Would they leave their friends?
Would you leave
Her friends.
her friends
Not best friend.
around
man.
her man?
Just ask. Just say the whole thing again, but just clean without them two talking. The reason why I'm saying that is because I'm gonna.
You're gonna slice
Yeah,
and
of
dice.
course,
and
yeah.
dice.
Okay, so ladies, would you leave your man around your best friend, outer circle close friends, outer circle friends, further circle acquaintances?
Right, cool. That's an interesting one.
You know, the only thing that I think is wrong with that, that's framing it on the man. Like, you see when you said, would you leave your man
No,
It's
so
now
would you leave your friends around your man?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you know what the funny thing is? I don't know anyone that I would feel, oh, you know what? And it's more.
If
more
you say the
a case of
next
your
lines,
friends.
be very careful what you're saying,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, I was about to
No,
say.
but everybody has got their place in it. So there'll be that friend that you will call if you're having an arms ass. There'll be that friend if you're calling if you're having a money situation. There'll be that friend if you're having a relationship situation. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're all the same person. Citrus, you had your hand waving like a flag just now.
Shouldn't your best friend be your partner?
Yes. I'm going to answer it straight away.
Should they be?
And she is.
Should they be?
What
That's what I would
idiot.
say.
What idiot.
Should they be?
Yes,
What
she should.
idiot.
Yes, she should
You're
be.
right. You
What
might,
idiot.
producer,
should be.
just aim the camera on him and just say, "I love you." And
Nah, she should be.
Here's the question.
You're-
Why should they be?
Oh, brother, let's just go on like we don't see freaking enough marriage speeches out there. All right? But your partner, outside of your brethren are your guys, yeah? All right? But you know when I think to myself, your woman, whichever partner or person you've chosen to be with should be that's the person I've got on.
And put on the crown.
So they have to earn it.
Yes, of course. It doesn't work like that. You can't step in and say, I outrank your boys. I outrank your girls. I outrank your favorite cousin. I outrank do you know what I mean? Even your ex, and I know this is going to sound mad.
Whoa.
I just come and outrank them because you don't.
Wow.
No.
I see what you mean because of the history, yeah.
Because of the history, you
But
don't.
again, as
Because
much-
how you know me and how you know me is completely different.
Yeah.
I've known you 20 years. I've known him nearly 40 years. So he's going to know shit about me you don't know. However, we've got a closer relationship now,
but
than we have. So shit you're going to know, he's not going to know. And I need to understand that. So when it comes to processing, you bring my new partner into the room and say, yo, what you got on Tongo? Tongo look at you like, what have you got on Tongo? Do you know what I mean? And he's full within his right to say so. As all of you. However, how I value the...
Them ain't done that. I'm sorry.
Ain't done what?
I've got to sit there.
Ain't done what?
I ain't sit there and said to themselves, well, if I've got to choose between Tongo or a man I've known since one digit, all right, or a girl that I've met for 3 years, they haven't turned and said to themselves, you know, I'm 3 years, you win. You're my woman who I have a house
If
with.
you're going to link them to get pum pum.
No,
yes.
bro. Eliminate being 20, fam.
And I bounce out.
No.
Yes.
Sorry, bro. Cut the
Over.
mic. Cut the
Mum
mic.
and them no.
Go on.
I'm not talking about somebody when you're 20. I'm talking about somebody now. You said I've got a child with her. I've just paid my first house is with her. We've got
So a
our
long-term
car
relationship.
together.
Effectively a long-term
And she's turned and said to me, F Tongo. That friend of there he's different. He's different type of poison. I don't want you around him. I mean, you're all right with her Rain and you're all right with her Citrus and her Wiley and her Buddy, but
why did she talk like that?
guns. I agree with that.
I'm not hanging about. I'm not turning around saying, shall we get drinks? Let's do
But that means
shots.
you ain't coming to the wedding, though.
No, it's on my side.
Isn't that affecting your friendship with Rain, where you would normally, let's go and get drinks and whatever.
As much as you're correct in that question, for those that are my friends, I'd go to the bar, buy myself a drink, Buddy, because he's always hanging around, and then an extra drink, and then be like, yo, bud, hold that.
It's 2 drinks for Buddy.
I'll walk up to Rain, hold that. I might even say to his missus, here you go.
Here's the thing. Just
Here's a Prosecco, the cheapest one, but it's yours. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day,
Girls love Prosecco.
I'm not going to turn around and say, I'm not going to acknowledge my bedroom because his missus there, his missus don't like me.
That
that's
non-acknowledgement
mad.
is nonsense. That's nonsense.
Yeah, that don't make sense to me.
Nah, I agree with that.
I'm saying Wagwan. Yeah.
I'll say it.
So
I get side eye beyond side eye. I don't.
make sure they are talking to someone, even if it's not you. And we said this in the empty call that we now have about talk to somebody, even if it's not me, or make sure there's someone that you talk to. In regards to the frenemies part, the saying is keep your friends close and your enemies closer, right?
Yeah.
So just keep your eye out and know people for who they are.
Thank you very much. I think my closing thing I would say is that not all of your friends are friends. Sometimes we value acquaintances and we think that they're friends, and then they show us they're not. They're actually just acquaintances. Sometimes the people that we think are friends show us actually they're haters and frenemies. And when they show you that, know that that's what they're showing you, and you have to pay attention to it. But certainly your friends, your true friends, they will show up for you in times when you won't even expect it. And that